relentless desire to improve and win this class's first sports banner. Nia maintains the same passion for leadership and sports in her daily work and class assignments. She was always wowing and pushing herself to the highest level in every task she did. From Genius Hour to Tough Talk Thursdays, she always reached for the stars. With a distinct pleasure, we are proud to introduce our valedictorian for 2018, Nia Henry. Please come on up.
The ship has harbored and we finally reached our destination, our grade 8 graduation. We sailed through rocky shores and rough patches, but through it all, we collected some of the greatest treasures, our accomplishments. We first walked into the year meant to be the eldest of the school, but leaving, we became much more. We became volleyball players, poets, students with stronger voices, singers, dancers, actors, future scientists. From grade 6 to 7, we did some unforgettable events, touring around the chocolate factory or spending time at Albion Hills. But I think it's fair to say we can all agree that this year was the best year yet. From September to June, we filled the year with great events, starting on our first week of school where our volleyball team had our first ever practice. Our team was crazy committed, from morning practices, lunch, and evening practices practically every day. We put our blood, sweat, and tears on that court. And we're proud to say after 1, maybe 2, how about 3 years of choking, we finally came home with our very first banner. We have to shout out some of the amazing players we had. Amina and Justine's insane spikes, Fahad and Joel's powerful serves, and we can't forget about Rocket Man's sets. We really elevated to celebrate. But most importantly, a big thanks to Mr. Cheney for dedicating his time and effort into our team. As the year progressed, we have to accomplish so much, like our grade 8 graduation committee raising endless amount of money to help send us on our graduation trip, as well as shortening the yearbook cost and adding in extra pages. Remember the great times we had in Ottawa? From the bus rides with our Adventure Time team, crazy tour guide, or Dan the Man, or those delicious meals at Chances Are, right guys? My favorite. But seriously, Ottawa was fantastic. From touring around the city, checking out the War Museum, or a game of bumper cars. So shout out to Mr. Eichmann, Madame Moreno, and all the staff for making it possible. Do you guys all remember our very first dress down day? Oh wait, I don't either. But BAC played a big role this year. The dances were full of fun, starting with our winter snowball. The decoration committee had it perfectly match the theme. Trisha, Ange, and Mercedes killed that dance floor. Well, how about our poetry slam with Shazam? Prachi, Julie, Hunter, Zara, Amanda, Ange, Julian, Daniel, Elijah, and Hannah stole the crowd. So some of the highlighted pieces on the show were Hunter had,
"Why is it so hard? When I walk by, they close the blinds. They think I'm doing bad stuff all the time. But all I know is I'm on my grind, and that one day I will finally shine."
Zara had,
"The lemon slice in my refrigerator. The lemon slice in my refrigerator keeps calling me back. How can something be so sour and so sweet to keep texting and calling me back?" Woo!
Amanda's,
Big smile. Just let it go and retrace with this look of face, look yourself in the face.
and we can't forget about Julie's.
The beauty of faith is not age or wrinkle, not distracted by the face or the pimple.
Not only did our poetry rock, but our photography skills were amazing. Edwin, Archana, Megan had some beautiful pictures all on display at the Albion Library. As well, our Shazam leader said we were one of the best schools we ever had. But I don't think I'm really surprised. Throughout the year, it seemed like 8A and 7A had their class stories. Mr. Eichmann had so many memories throughout the year, but I'm only able to highlight a few, starting with Skittles, to chairs, speaking through computers, and we can't forget about that fluffy pencil. His class was quite the show, but I guess 8B didn't really get that memo. Science was a blast. From the many different projects we had to complete, like the mousetrap car race or our fluid power challenge, Mudasim, Julie, Elijah did a great job of creating the structures. They worked endlessly, through many lunches and science periods, and took on the challenge of building a model picking up an object from point A to point B. Their hard work accomplished a 4th place victory for our school. Thank you, Miss Proden and the students, for doing such an amazing job. Was it a blue diamond or orange square? Is it a cafe or shopping mall? Well, whatever it was, Kahoot was the best French game ever that actually taught us French. From answers being shouted out across the room or trash talk between players, things got pretty competitive. As well as those crazy nicknames people added, it left some of us so confused. With everyone wanting to be first on the leaderboard, it was very exciting. So thank you to Madame Moreno for filling the year with fun activities. Bring Me Little Water Sylvie was a blast. Our singing and body percussions took the crowd away. Don't Worry, Be Happy was also full of fun. Thank you, Miss Steer and Miss Kanner McKenzie, for putting those performances together. I also want to thank the tech group for playing a losing game of Fortnite in the big gym. We're coolin', you still got 0 wins, right? As the year came to an end, Miss Steer's class treated everyone to amazing class play at the 12th night. The great piano solo by Edwin was amazing. Memorizing all their lines must have been a challenge, but Harleen and Angeli presented their lines perfectly. And let's talk about the wardrobe. Hannah's bright yellow socks were the spiciest things I've ever seen. So big shout out to 8A for delivering a fantastic play. They really had greatness thrusted upon them. Heading to the B's, 8B. We did some interesting projects this year, starting with our catapult challenge. Using popsicle sticks to build 3 different catapults, we launched them in the hallway. Amisha, Palak, Sanjay, and Surujan took first place. And just wondering, did any of you guys find that missing catapult yet? I don't think so. As we finally finish the year and take our big step towards high school, I want us to hold on to all the memories we had and not lose sight of those little things. As our ship gets ready to sail once more, we must keep the same determination as we move forward. So bon voyage to the graduating class of 2018. Seriously guys, you, me, us, we're out of here. And in the words of Zara, in the end, today we succeed. Thank you.
Great job, Nia, and I know